We'll get those suckers.
It took me a couple of days to track the Daltons down.
They can't get away with this.
And in that time, a whole posse of local vigilantes offered to lend a hand.
We'll track them to the ends of the earth.
They seemed as determined as me to find those outlaws. But as we headed into those swamps, it was like I had my own private army. There was no way those boys were getting away this time.
No i siemanko wszystkim, tutaj jedzie, zapraszam na mojego gameplay z misji już 9, Call of Juarez Gunslinger. Za chwilę znajdujemy się na mokradłach i ścigamy dwóch braci Daltonów, którzy nam uciekli po napadzie na bank.
It was early fall, right? Beautiful time of year. At least you had the weather on your side.
Not by my recollection. It was damp and foggy as hell. It was tough to stay on a true course, so we kept an eye out for landmarks.
Okej, mamy punkty orientacyjne. Spróbujemy się nie zgubić.
It was autumn. The maple trees were in full color, red as blood.
Plony też są.
The rains that year were torrential, so the whole area was flooded. The vigilantes had spread out wide, and pretty soon I couldn't see anybody.
Okej, pierwszy sekrecik.
Bury them in the swamp. Plant them where they
Tutaj
stand.
pierwszy chętny i drugi.
Except for some bitches ahead of me wanting to do me harm, so I had to face them alone. I wondered why my compatriots didn't come running when they heard the shots.
Okej, już powitaliśmy naszych
So did you
kumpli.
find the Daltons?
Not yet, but I did have the questionable pleasure of meeting a few of their friends.
Ja wbiję sobie poziom bonusika. Zwiększona furia. No przydadzą się większe obrażenia, potem chcą mnie nic na zimnokrwisty. Tak dojdziemy sobie do ulepszonego quickshotera.
I'm gonna shoot you dead.
No, wychylił ten pusty łeb.
The boys had established quite a reputation by that time, so they attracted all manner of riffraff to their cause.
Mamy amunicję. Ostatnich chętnych dla kulki. O! No, z dynamitami trzeba uważać. I zdejmę cele z daleka. Uff. No, dostali już po kulce. Dawaj.
Point being, I was under serious attack. And my reinforcements was nowhere to be seen.
No o tych posiłkach też pewnie możemy zapomnieć. Wtedy się zwrócą przeciwko nam, niż nam pomogą. Dobra, chyba czysto.
But luckily, a barn materialized as if right before my eyes. I scrambled up top to get a better view.
O, tu jeszcze amunicja. Wezmę sobie trochę. Szczególnie karabinowa, nie zależy.
But just ended up falling inside.
So, how did you get out?
The barn doors was open. About right then, I saw some suspicious characters running through the bushes. Of course, I followed them. That goddamn swamp was like a goddamn maze, and pretty soon I had no goddamn idea where I was. Steve?
Jeszcze tu ktoś w grze śpi.
So I just started walking, and pretty soon
Oh, oh.
Steve? Steve!
Huh? Oh, no, I'm listening.
Indians surrounded me from all sides.
Super, tylko India by brakowało.
Engines?
There were Indians.
No. I just wanted to make sure Steve was paying attention. Now, where was I?
You were following the Daltons through a swamp?
That's right. See, Steve? Dwight's paying attention.
No, I'm listening. I was just resting my eyes.
So, where was I?
The Daltons.
Right. See, there's a reason so many outlaw gangs are made up of brothers. Being a brother is a very sacred thing. It's a bond like no other.
Bounty hunters! Stop that, son bitch!
No, wiedziałem, że jeszcze
Did you
wyskoczą.
ever find the damn Daltons?
Not yet, but I did find a few of their cousins. You Kansans breed like rabbits. More Smiths or Heimhoffers or who knows what. But hell, what's more important than family? I bet Ben knows what I'm talking about.
Wychyl główkę. Auć. Niech oni przyjdą. Po kulkę. Ja im to wybija z głowy strzelanie do mnie. O, tarczownik. A, poczęstuję go granatem. No jak widać mają już ulepszone tarcze. Zasłoną na twarz. No nie wiem, czy by... Okej. A niech to nie ma amunicji karabinowej. O, tu jest. Dobra. Trzeba się chować. Auć. Dobra, ostrożnie. O nie, jak to ciężko to dojrzeć. O, mam jednego delikwenta. Drugi. A, tam daleko jest. No to dostanie kulkę od nas. No już się uspokoili.
knew those Dalton boys were out there somewhere, standing together against anyone who would threaten them.
No, strzelca teraz ładujemy w korpus, potem w głowę i po nim. Bo tak na strzały pada, nawet jak strzelimy go 2 razy w głowę, to nie musimy pierwszy raz w głowę celować, bo i tak nie dostaniemy za to doświadczenia.
That's when I saw it. A goddamn steamboat.
A steamboat in a swamp?
Yeah, Steve, but this wasn't much more than a wreck, really.
But how'd a damn steamboat end up in the swamps?
Guess it floated off during the flood of '89.
Now, was it a stern wheeler or a side wheeler?
What? Does that really make a difference, Steve? It was a steamboat with a goddamn army on board. It was in that a fusillade of bullets come raining down from on high. And those vigilantes who accompanied me weren't anywhere to be found. But among those men that were shooting at me, I thought I saw some familiar faces.
Nas teleportowało do parowca. Dobra, spokoi się. A tu jest okruszek. No i trzeci okruszek na parowcu.
Somewhere up there, the Daltons were waiting on me.
Sounds like you don't give up too easy.
That's the kind of man I am, Ben. I set out to do something. I do it. Surrender just ain't in my nature. Plus, I'm stubborn as hell.
Ci strzelcy ładują ze strzelby. Jak widać mają tu żółte koszulki. Ich ładujemy w korpusie, potem w główkę i po nich. Klawisz. O, mamy karabinek. A teraz się nam nie przyda. No i tu ostatni sekrecik. Karta czerwnica Gatlinga. No właśnie, to jest to. Urządzenie, porządny sprzęt. Na pewno masakrę z nim ładną zrobić. Okej, czysto.
about then, much to my relief, the vigilantes finally arrived. Their leader motioned at a cabin in the middle of the top deck, pointing me directly at the Daltons. I finally had them, after months of dogged pursuit. But it turned out that they had me.
Take him out! I'm sending you to hell!
The Daltons had played me like a fiddle. Apparently, the vigilantes were on their damn payroll. They didn't just want to shoot me. They wanted to burn me alive. But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
No, musimy
I
spadać.
was in a fight.
You're talking about the Titanic. If you ask me, it's too blessed big. I don't think it'll even float.
So anyway,
Don't be stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic is unsinkable.
oh God.
But getting back to that steamboat, how'd you get off it, Mr. Greaves?
I took in a lot of smoke that day, so I admit my recollection might be a bit hazy. But somehow I managed to finally disembark. I was coughing up smoke and pretty damn pissed. I was done playing games with those boys.
No.
It was time to settle this once and for all.
No, wreszcie dorwaliśmy Gatlinga.
Kill that goddamn bounty hunter!
Nie mają szans z gościem uzbrojonym.
Bob and Grat weren't about to come at me one at a time. They were in this together.
Dobra, wbijamy się na Chrzystego. 40 metrów koncentracji.
Two brothers side by side, determined to take me down. Confident that this time the odds were on their side.
A dostaniesz kulkę. Ach, no.
They got it wrong. A sad end for those two. If they'd only known that Emmett was still alive despite his wounds. Paroled 14 years later, he moved to California and sold real estate and lived off the legend of that fateful day. And the tragic death of his two brothers.
No i dzięki za uwagę. Mam nadzieję, że się podobało. Wkrótce kolejny odcinek. Siemanko.